Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are working on stories 21, 22, and 23. I'm doing 3 stories on this video just because 23 is such an easy process. It only has 1 photo in there and then a lot of journaling. So I thought I would just combine these 3 together and then have 24 and 25, so Christmas Eve story and Christmas Day. And I am the type that goes to the 25th. I used to do to the 31st, but that album's just got, busier. And let's be honest, once all of us hit 25, we're all sort of done with this project. You know what I mean? All right, so 23, I'm just going to go out of order just so it's in here, is just a card that I think I picked up at the Dollar Tree. And I just put a piece of packaging. You know how I always keep my daughter's Barbie packaging and stuff? So I already punched the holes. And I just adhered it right in the back with double-sided tape from my ATG. And of course, some dog hair gets caught in there, but that's whatever. So the story is just going to go in here. We have our annual work Christmas party. And I think I've done this every year where I've used a card in it. So that's what it's just going to be, the picture in here. And then honestly, I have a lot of reflection on how awesome our staff is that I actually want to leave this whole space for it. And then in the back, we will just decorate it possibly with either one of 2 green plaid papers. This one, and I kind of have like these Joywood veneer, this old tag from last year. Or the other option will be this little green plaid, which actually fits it perfectly, which is kind of nice. I've used these already previously, so these are scraps on my table. So that's 23. And then the numbers are from this DIY shop that I keep in my stash. For day 22, so I took, so far, this is why I'm going backwards. I sliced this paper down in half, I just sliced this paper so that this was the length of an outside the page protector. And once I cut it here, you can see how that was the square, and I just moved it over here. It actually completes this square here, so that worked out perfectly. So I'm going to make this a flap. And I took Valentina to go to I think it's called Zoo at the Lights or Lights at the Zoo or something. In essence, it was a zoo at night. So here are the photos, and I'm going to put them obviously into the grid pattern. And I just pulled a bunch of things that I want to use in certain little areas. Here's one of the stars. I picked out the 22 from last year's kit. And I have the layered ones too. So these are the last minute ones to put down. Or I also did this wood veneer one that's painted, just because I feel like the tones go with that paper. And I have a flare from Happen Scrappy Studio. So that's this one. And then on this page, we are putting this together. So remember, it's the opposite side of what I just did with that village. So when I read 100 books was story 20. So I cut this one once again like that. And this one's going to be our ornaments, my ornament story. So I have the 21, and I've cut the ornaments into little, I want to say they're 2 by 3. So I have a few here, and for some of them, I know I put them positionally right so that even if I put them there, it's okay if they get chopped off a little bit. Even for this one, that'll fit there. And this one can go right here, and that'll fit. So we're doing that, and then everyone on social media has put these vellum tags over it as a swivel. So we're going to make that as well. So I have the tags from the kit too. I even have the ones that have the frame. And then a few little icons, and I've done already my journaling on sticker paper that I can put on one. So I've done a lot of the work. And then I just have all of these sitting here just so I can use what I have left from the kit up. So those are my 3 stories. Let's construct these together and finish up my December daily.
Okay, so let's get these started. So I went ahead and used my favorite glue to do anything with. Is actually this Fabri-Tac right now. It works great on paper too. So I just wanted to add more adhesive to the 2 and the 3 thicker onto that glitter fronted holiday card, and that worked out perfectly for having it. So when we get started on day 21 story about the ornament, I wanted to make sure I mirrored that cut line to match the opposite page, which I also cut from that village paper. So these 10 by 8 papers that came in the kit, while not sized for a 6 by 8, can still be utilized quite easily into your pages, as I have done so. So I hope you find inspiration to use these fantastic kind of already done pages that the kit has been provided for us. So every year we do get new ornaments. I got a new tree and everything. I talked about it earlier on the story about decking the halls, which was all about our decor. We have moved, and so therefore needed a bigger, more impressive tree, in my opinion. So we have done so. But these were the ones that kind of just had meaning, with the elf in the Dunkin' Donuts box. She loved her elf this year. She had picked out a Moana and Mirabelle and a Peppa Pig, which are like her characters for the year. And so every year we have characters. So there's like Elsa in the tree, and when she was into Winnie the Pooh, and so things like that just kind of mark the year, in my opinion, for it. And then I always collect the Starbucks ceramic holiday cup. And man, the story this year, like, did Starbucks make a limited quantity? Because I usually always find it very easily, and they were like sold out everywhere. And I miraculously found one day while Christmas shopping on a weekday in town, and like, hallelujah for me, because I've been collecting them for like nearly 12 years or so. I have 12 of these cups. So that's the story on the vellum sticker paper there. And then for just added decoration, because I used that layered present sticker from the kit, I had not used these vellum strips yet that have like song lyrics on it. So I took the three that were on green paper, or green colored vellum, and just kind of cut the word strips up and layered them so that they would fit inside the tags. And I thought that triangle of green across the pages was perfect, and utilized some of those kit contents again. Ooh, sorry about that. So uh, we then move on to day 22, which I had mentioned was the day I took her to see the lights at the zoo, or it's called like zoo lights or lights at the zoo, something like that. It's at the Palm Beach Zoo. We went with a group of friends, which made it so much fun, and friends that, one friend that in particular with her daughter, that she used to babysit Vale for like a year during COVID. So when everything was like shut down near us, she had her daughter from school, and watch Vale for a long time. So, and it was right next to where she lives, right next to our office and stuff. So it was quite convenient, and she is we have managed to stay friends since that time, and it's a great friendship. So also what's great about it is because her daughter is 2 years older than mine, so usually I get like clothes hand-me-downs and toy hand-me-downs, which is always fun for us. Vale loves Savannah, so it's a good time. So we had a great evening, and the kids just loved it. Us parents liked it too, because we got together without the pressure of either a dinner for 2 hours or anything else. Like, we were just leisurely there. It was a great event. I will keep it in mind for next year. So I took this grid paper and cut it so that it would become a flap for a 6 by 8 page. And it worked out great, actually, too. Especially, I mentioned in the intro on how the squares lined up perfectly. So here I am just using like bits and bobs from the kit as well. So I got a wood veneer on there. I got a few of the acetate stars. I used the rest of the layered stickers. And cut out some of those speech bubbles. Those were from last year's kit, believe it or not. So I still have some of those. And so, yes, while I'm wrapping up December Daily right now, I have to kind of go through what I know I'll use and what I won't use, because my style definitely has changed. And I have what I always call like cutesy stuff that I feel like I just won't use. And I'll be honest, I even bought like the ephemera pack from Vicky Bouton's Evergreen and Holly collection, and I don't think I used not one thing from it. I feel like sometimes ephemera, especially like icons like that, I don't know, I just out of my style maybe recently. So I'm going to obviously hold those a little bit longer, just because I did buy them recently. But I feel like I do good with just simple embellishments like stars and hearts and ribbons and simpler shapes. It just seems to be my style lately. Not so much like, let me put a snowman right here and stuff. So I have to keep that in mind when I am shopping for next year's supplies. So here I am, just finishing up that card. I have done this in the past with the cards. So my yearly staff photo, and believe it or not, my staff has been with me for 3+ years. Linda in particular has been since the beginning, so 5 years going on with our clinic. And it's great to have a staff that's been with you that amount of time.
Okay, that will wrap up these 3 days in my December daily. So we have the 21st that turned out like this. I did some more embellishing off camera with some of those vellum, what are they, like song lyrics, and I added some of the dimensional elements that were from last year's kits. I got them in a mystery bag when I purchased my things, so it just definitely gives it interest and for your eye to travel across both pages. So remember, this side will get adhered to the back side of 20. Then this will go on the back side of that. So I just embellished everything, every little morsel that I could. So I finished the little puffy sticker sheet on this, added this pink this Scrap and Happy flare there, and then I just did my journaling handwritten down the center of those. Turned out very nice, very simple, grid-like, and then this grand photo of her on a reindeer on the carousel, which is really cute. And I got to use one of those wood veneers because I didn't use any of these yet, so I'm glad I got one used. And then my holiday card that I put the acetate, so packaging. I did my handwritten journal, so a letter to my staff photo, and then I garnished the back with this green pattern paper and then used the rest of those vellum song lyrics. And this was an old tag from last year's kit that I put with ribbon. I just know that I have probably no other page to put it on, and they were not my favorite embellishments, so we're just gonna decorate this one all with them, and it adds like a nice little kind of breaking up of that. So that's cute too. Alrighty, folks, so next video will just be 24 and 25, and we will be done with this album for 2022. So excited. Thank you so much for joining me throughout this process. Please subscribe if you are new here. Give this video a thumbs up, and until